For you guys on this, and we've been able to find out just how extensive Vinson's contact was with Eric Duncan. According to the Associated Press, she drew his blood, she inserted catheters in him, and dealt with his body fluids. She was also around him when he was vomiting and had diarrhea. Now, Vinson was not under any sort of isolation, but she was monitoring herself for symptoms, and she decided to get on a plane and flew to Ohio last week. On Monday, the plane flew back to DFW Airport, and during that time she had a 99.5 degree temperature. And yesterday on Tuesday, she realized she had a low-grade fever, drove herself to the hospital to Presby, and within 90 minutes was in isolation. Now today there has been a lot of criticism about Vinson getting on that plane, and today the CDC director admitted it should have never happened.
The second healthcare worker reported no symptoms and no fever. However, because at that point she was in a group of individuals known to have exposure to Ebola, she should not have traveled on a commercial airline.
Second Dallas Ebola patient identified as Joy Vinson, being sent to Emory Hospital. A Dallas nurse who tested positive for Ebola after caring for a patient who died of the disease arrived in Atlanta on Wednesday evening, en route to the hospital where 2 other Americans have recovered from the virus. Joy Vinson, 29, is the second nurse diagnosed with the potentially deadly virus after caring for Ebola patient Thomas Eric Duncan at Texas Health Presbyterian Hospital in Dallas, officials said. Vinson was transported Wednesday evening by ambulance plane to Atlanta, where she walked down the steps from the plane into a waiting ambulance just before 8 p.m. She will be treated at Emory University Hospital, the hospital where 2 Americans who contracted Ebola in West Africa, Dr. Brantly and missionary Nancy Writebol, were successfully treated. Another unidentified American with Ebola is also being treated there. Second Ebola patient traveled to Cleveland, back. Vinson reported a fever Tuesday and was immediately isolated at Texas Health Presbyterian Hospital in Dallas within 90 minutes, officials said. Medical records provided to the Associated Press by Thomas Eric Duncan's family show Vinson was actively engaged in caring for Duncan in the days before his death. The records show she inserted catheters, drew blood and dealt with Duncan's body fluids. Ebola patient heads to Atlanta for treatment. Ebola patient heads to Atlanta for treatment.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. You can visit us on www.therealthingme.webs.com.